Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Who and How Club. It is your boy Arys checking in on April 20th, also known as 420. You know the slogan, you are the Who and How Club, I am the Who and How Club, and we are the Who's and How's of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. So while we're here, why don't we just sit, talk, pick each other's brains, talk about our traumas, our life stories and journeys, our loves, our losses, our successes, all of that. We can learn from one another if we just sit and speak, right? And, even though it is 420, it doesn't really speak to us at all, aside from the fact that it's April. It's my birthday month. April 26th is on its way, 6 days away. I usually say that my year doesn't start until April hits. Things start to look up for me. Not look up, but kind of get busy. You know what I mean? Like things start to pick up, let's say. Whether it's like new deals, new opportunities, new artistic endeavors, new contracts being signed, new money. There's just something about April, aside from it being my birthday month, that just tends to pick up for me creatively and professionally, and maybe even romantically and spiritually. Let's see how this year goes. But, 420 has never spoken to me because, I don't indulge in anything of that magnitude in relation to 420. I've never tried weed or anything like that. I've never done any kind of drugs ever. I rarely drink. I definitely don't drink socially. If I do sip on anything, it's with the family on a special occasion like a holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, a place where I feel safe enough to get drunk if I do, because I'm a lightweight. So like a few sips of wine, I'm kind of done. So, but don't laugh at me, okay? All I'm saying is that if you are celebrating 420 in your own unique way, the way that people have been celebrating over time, they're channeling their inner Willie Nelson, then just do it in a safe manner and enjoy it, celebrate it in a positive way. In fact, I need to look up how 420 really started, like what makes it that day, like the day that represents that, because that's not something that I know. And I tend to look these things up, and I should have looked it up beforehand, but you should look it up yourself and see. I'll look it up and talk about it on the next episode. But, I'm just happy to be here. If my voice sounds a bit off in comparison to other episodes, it's because I'm recording off of my phone. And, I have some crazy stories for all of you in the coming weeks. I mentioned that 4, the number 4, and just, the month being the 4th month of the year, things tend to pick up. But you could only imagine what I've been going through prior to my year picking up or even starting, like leading into this beautiful month that we're in. And yes, things have already started to pick up. There have been some successes, some newfound energy, but there have been some really crazy challenges since January started. And one of those things affects the way I record my show now. And I'm going to have to create a full-blown episode around that situation and what has occurred. But either way, material things can be repurchased. We don't survive or exist to, base our lives off of these material things. Some people do. And I think we need to tap out of that. And that's something that I learned from this experience. Because no matter what, you have some sort of tool that could help you accomplish your goal, even if it isn't the tool that you wish it was, or maybe a tool that you had at one point and don't have anymore. Things can always be repurchased at a later date, things can be replaced. But people do what they do, and sometimes you got to find forgiveness in your heart, even when someone has hurt you, or even sometimes you get hurt by a stranger, a person you've never even seen. It's just the acts of people, do affect us in many ways, and we have to find forgiveness in our hearts to just move forward and to release and let go and trust the process. Everything does happen for a reason. There's a bigger purpose at the end of that tunnel, a bigger exit, a bigger route to take, no matter the challenge. So don't let anything faze you. If you're starting your year in this month, just like I am, then, you have a great year ahead of you, regardless of the challenges you faced and will face to come. Because only the strong will survive, and you become stronger and stronger as you overcome and continue to go through these challenges and choose not to give up. See, what makes you strong is not necessarily the challenge itself, but choosing not to give up is what makes you stronger after a challenge has occurred. A challenge will come, present itself to you, in front of you. You can smell it, taste it, you can pick it apart, you can think about it all you want, and you can make it a part of your own DNA and embrace it and be like, this challenge is my makeup, this challenge is who I am, this challenge. You could waste all your energy on that. But if that moment comes where you say, you know what, putting all of those things aside, I am going to choose to overcome this challenge and continue on my creative journey, or just journey overall, life journey, love journey, spiritual journey, positive journey, work journey. Even after this challenge, that is what makes you strong. That is what sets you apart from the rest. You are choosing to continue, to not let that challenge stop you in your tracks. Maybe temporarily, because it's such a big wall or big roadblock that you got to figure out how to maneuver around it. You got to know how to go around this. Are you going to chip away straight through this wall, or are you going to find a way to go around it? Are you going to dig under it? Some people take the hard way. Some people take the easy way. Either way, you've made the decision to not allow this thing that has occurred, this thing that you didn't expect to happen, stop you. And that's what makes you stronger. That's what keeps you going. That's what sets you apart from the rest. That's what gives you strength. You know what I mean? So I want you all to just think about that as your challenges come through, because they're not going to stop. You're going to go through things, you're going to overcome them, and new challenges will present themselves. In fact, some of our challenges come back around, maybe just in a different form or in a different way. And you got to be able to be so aware that you recognize that, I've been through this before. I've dealt with this, so I can overcome this as well. Remind yourself that you've overcome so many things already that you can overcome this as well. And this too shall pass. You know the saying. Just remember to remind yourself about the strength you already have, because if you're still alive today and you're still surviving and thriving, that means you've made it past some stuff. So, you can make it past this stuff as well. All right. So that's my little message for you today as I check in. It's Thursday, 4/20/2023. I'm happy. I hope you are as well. And no matter the challenges, we're going to stay positive, right? Now, today is very special as well. So instead of celebrating in the way of rolling a blunt, lighting it, doing some sort of hot box, having a girl blow some smoke in my mouth just so I could kiss her and we could make out. We're not doing things like that. We're not going to celebrate in that way today. It's not a spicy day. Today is more of like an announcement day. I feel like letting out some good news. Oh my Lord, I'm coughing like I'm smoking. Now, the weeks that are coming, I got some stories that are very unique, and maybe you'll consider them some bad news. So before we get to the bad news that I have to share with you all, and it's just a part of my journey, things that I've been going through the past few months, let's start with an announcement of some good news. Now, I'm an independent podcaster. This is an independent show. We're not connected to any network. In fact, we're building our own network. And that's one of the cool announcements I have coming. But as I'm doing that, on this creative journey, you all know, if you've been following, this show is the third iteration of the Who and How Club. And you know what they say, third time's a charm. And since we started this third iteration, it's been nothing but success. But we're still in our independence. We're still a bit in our infancy. And even with being independent, I don't even have... We're not even at 100 episodes, but we've already been able to acquire our second sponsor. Actually, in fact, this is our third sponsor. Now, the first sponsor that we had, I had a lot to learn. No one taught me things like how to really use the sponsor to our advantage and really get on board. But in fact, the sponsor, again, going back to things happen the way they're supposed to. Things happen for a reason. I don't think that sponsor was a really good fit. That sponsor was really for like the man shows, but we focus over here on energy and positivity and facing our challenges, staying focused, finding more ways to stay focused and remain focused on tasks and the things we want to pursue, and not getting clouded by our own challenges or the challenges of others that they present to us, mental health. We speak about people's journeys and people's life stories. That's our focus here. So having sponsors that are in line with that are really what the focus should be. And that's something I've had to figure out in my creative podcasting, hosting, producing journey. Even looking at myself as a producer was a challenge in itself. It didn't click in. I'm a producer. I'm producing other shows now, right? You have to define your creativity. It is up to you. No one is going to come and claim you and tell you what you are. You have to decide that. You have to become one with that. There's this movie that we speak about a lot on the show, The Field of Dreams. It was a show a movie that my grandmother would put on for me growing up, and we would watch it. And in moments, I'm like, this movie is really boring, but there were some messages that I understood from a younger age. And one of those big messages in that movie, I think Kevin Costner's in that, along with what is our guy? Darth Vader. He's Mufasa from Lion King. Oh my God. What is his? Oh, James Earl Jones. I think he's the voice of CNN as well. And recently he gave his voice to Disney to allow them to use his voice long after he has passed away. So shout out to him. But back to the message of the movie. I keep wanting to call it a show. They say, if you build it, they will come. What does that mean? We're in an age right now where we just seek gratification and approval from we're in the social media age. And we present ourselves in a way that isn't true. You know what I mean? Not all of us, but a lot of us. We're chasing things. This term clout has become popularized because people will do, the wildest things just to get some sort of, just for likes and follows and attention and stuff like that. But I knew, maybe you could call me old school, but I knew that was never the route that I wanted to take. But I did know that I had ideas. I had unique ideas that would stand out. And all I needed to do was build it. And if I built it, things will come. People will come. Supporters will come. You came. I hope that doesn't sound weird or off. I'm not making any sexual innuendos. I'm just saying you came. I built it and you came. You're listening to me today. So this whole platform was just an idea that I made it tangible. I took it out of my brain and I made it, created it, brought it to life so that we could stay connected in some way, shape, or form, that you can learn from me and I can learn from you. You support me, you listen to me, you follow me, all of that. And it's in a healthy manner. It's in a healthy way. Now, we don't want to shun those who do what they do because they do what makes them feel good. If they feel like that's the route they want to take and that's what satisfies them, by all means. We're not here to judge. Who would we be to judge? But that's just not the route we take. We're old school, I guess, right? And we have that movie, Field of Dreams, to reference. And that's what we base everything we do on. And by we, I mean you, me, myself, and I, all of us together. This club. That's how we move. This is inclusive but exclusive at the same time. And we kind of have to move in a similar fashion if we want to promote positivity. So if you build it, they will come. Have that in your brain. I've built this thing and I've gotten sponsors in such a short period of time. There are people that reach an X amount of sponsors, episodes before they acquire things like that, before they host things at events like Comic-Con, which I did this year that I'm going to talk about soon, being at PodCamp 2023. There are so many accomplishments that we have been able to acquire and be a part of, and we're truly grateful. And we thank the podcast gods, but that's a joke, obviously. But I want to thank you all, the supporters and the sponsors. So let me take a moment right now. Let's just, bask in some glory. Take a moment of silence for all of the challenges and the successes, the things that have come and gone. And as we make room and make way for new, whether it's a challenge, whether it's a new success or accomplishment, we need to just acknowledge it and think about it. Think about where you want to be. Think about how you see yourself and your creativity and your creation. And before we do this new read and introduce our new sponsor, just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. A moment of silence for what has come and gone. Close your eyes. Think about them. Think about what has come and gone. You've enjoyed some things. You've had to let go of some things. You've endured some things. But still, keep your eyes closed. Think about those things. And let today be the last time you think about those things. Because that's the past. You're in the present now. And the goal is to survive and be alive and be ready for the future, your future. But see, the future is unknown. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So it's really important that you remain present. You live for today so you can fight for tomorrow. But in that saying, yesterday isn't a part of it. There is no yesterday. Yesterday has come and gone. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of what's to come. Be proud that you're still alive and that you've made it. Remember, you are strong. Just sit there. Just stand there. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take another one. Let's go deep together. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Open your eyes and have a beautiful 420, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, club members alike from all around the world. That might be a new slogan or new catchphrase I add to the other ones that we have here. Enjoy this read from our new sponsor, and we'll talk in a week. Love you all. 1. All right, folks, let's take a quick second to send a special shout out to our brand new sponsor, our latest sponsor, Neuro. Neuro is the new sponsor of the Who and How Club, and we're really happy to announce this today. So if you're sitting, you're walking, you're listening, or you're watching, and you're asking, what is Neuro? Don't worry, I got a great promo read for you. Now, for those who listen to the Who and How Club, you know that I get a bit tongue-tied and tongue-twisted, and it's already started, clearly, when it comes to reading these promo reads. So bear with me, but I'm going to share with you what Neuro is, all right? So Neuro is a revolutionary new gum company changing how the world thinks about energy. Now, when we saw the word energy, we already got on board because we're all about energy, especially when it's being promoted in the healthiest way possible. Neuro is on a mission to move people away from coffee to a cleaner, more focused form of energy to get you through the day. Neuro is doing this with its Neuro Energy and Focus gum and the Neuro Energy and Focus mints. The gum and the mints are formulated with a mix of natural caffeine, L-theanine, and B vitamins to give you sustained energy that will power you through the rest of the day and without that crash. We're all familiar with that crash. It's been a long day, so many tasks on our list, and we're just like, Instead of going this way, we are going this way as the day progresses. But Neuro clearly helps with that. So in addition to the energizing formula, Neuro has blends designed for relaxation and clarity and health and vitality. So, a few things that Neuro was designed to help with. Like if you think about when you're constantly getting notifications on your phone, iPad, laptop, and it's overwhelming, and you feel like you're always reacting instead of proactively working on what you need to get done, this is what Neuro helps with. Let's say you're in the zone on a project and suddenly your phone starts buzzing. It completely derails your focus and you can't get back in the zone and you're frustrated now. This is what Neuro is for. Take some Neuro, either a gum or a mint, and it'll get you back on track. Neuro was actually developed by former athletes training at the highest level who didn't want to take mysterious supplements or energy drinks when studying, training, or going out. Instead of something sugary and ineffective, they wanted to create clean, balanced energy that could be taken anywhere at any point in time. So for those who are interested in Neuro, you could get 20% off depending on the bundle that you choose by clicking the link in our bio, going to tryneurogum.com/WhoHowClub, and you could get your discount today. If you're watching this, there's going to be a QR code. You could see it right in the corner. That'll pop up. And either this corner or that corner if you're watching this. And you could just scan it with your phone and you'll be redirected to our landing page and get that discount automatically applied. And you'll see the info come across the screen. But if you're just listening to this, see, there goes the tongue tying and the tongue twisting. I think my brain is working faster than my mouth. I think I need some Neuro in my life right now. So if you're just listening to this, click the link in the description of this episode and you'll be redirected to our page for Neuro. So get your discount today. Now I do want to the preface should have been earlier on, but let me just throw this little nugget out there and just remind you all that right now Canada can't get access to Neuro, but this is just temporarily. As soon as I get the update that they're shipping to Canada, you all will be the first to know. But this is really for my brethren, my sisters who are across the border and who can easily access and get this shipped to them, to their front door. But don't hesitate, folks from Canada. If you have a friend, family member, which most of us do, that live in the States or across the border, or let's just say, you have some Instagram followers that have been following you since day one and they support whatever you create or what you do and promote on your page, get them to order it for you and ship it to you. I've done that with many products in my past. I got some people in the States that helped me get products who only ship to the States delivered to my front door. So don't let this stop you from experiencing Neuro. So get on board. Remember the links are in the bio and the QR code is on the visual right now if you're watching this. Get on board with Neuro. Shout out to Neuro for being our latest sponsor, our newest sponsor, and we're truly grateful. Welcome to the club, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get back to today's show. Enjoy. 1.